Hello, guys. Today we're going to talk about accountability and responsibility. There are a lot of toxic people in this world who refuse to accept accountability and responsibility for their actions, their decisions, and how they treat people, how they live life, who they allow into their life. And that is wrong. They blame everybody else but themselves. Those are toxic issues that are shining bright like a beacon that they need to fix on themselves, but they refuse to. As grown-ups, we all have to accept accountability and responsibility for everything we do. The decisions we make, the people we allow in our lives, how we allow them to treat us, and so on. These toxic people think that they can walk around and blame everybody else for everything that goes wrong in their life except for themselves because they think they are so perfect. Little do they know that that is not the case. They can't see the forest through the trees. They can't see the truth standing right in front of their face. You could take out a billboard and put it right in front of them and they still wouldn't see it. And that's sad and pathetic. But that's how toxic people are. I am amazed at how far in life these people have actually gotten, living the way that they do. It baffles the shit out of me, it really does. Because even though I had to suffer severe, extreme hardships in my life, I once played the victim, and then I understood that that was wrong because there are no victims in this world. That is just a weak-ass mindset. That was before I became a stronger, tougher person. And like I said, it only happened once. And then I got my act together. These people think that they are constantly the victim. Someone turns them down in a relationship. Oh, I'm the victim. Look what they did to me. That is for self-pity and attention. That's exactly what that is. That is showing how weak-minded you are. Apparently, they don't care to appear weak-minded in front of others, or they wouldn't do it. Excuse me. My sinuses are acting up today. It baffles the shit out of me how far these people have gotten in life living the way they have. I think a lot of it has to do with the way they were raised. The way people treated them in their life. What people made allowances for them. And I don't mean financial allowances, I mean allowing them to act that way. And apparently a lot of these people were coddled as children. Oh, it's okay, honey, don't worry. That makes your child weak. I never had that. And I think that's one reason why I am an extremely strong person. Yes, I have my moments when I break down and I purge. But that's after many, 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 many years of carrying feelings around. It doesn't take a weak person to cry. Actually, quite the opposite. It takes a strong person to cry because they are willing to hold it in for so long until their body cannot hold it any longer, and then they purge it out. Don't be afraid to purge or cry, ever. No matter what anyone says to you, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Now, I have always been one, before I understood things, to suppress feelings that I didn't want to deal with instead of dealing with them head on like we are supposed to. But I didn't know that back then. And I do now. I deal with my issues head on. I work through the emotions. I purge them out if I have to cry. I release them, let them go, and I move on. And try to find some happiness between this one and the next one. Don't ever let anyone tell you that crying is weak. Because it's actually the opposite. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. We all have to accept accountability and responsibility for everything in our life. For the decisions that you make, for how you live your life, for how you treat people, for how you treat people that you claim to love and want to be with, for what you do to these people behind their back because of your petty, jealous, envy, hatred, vengeful, and every other toxic issue you have. That's showing your weakness. By not tackling these issues, healing them, releasing them, and moving on to heal the next one, that's showing how weak you are because you refuse to do the work. Life is not easy. No one said it was. And no one said it's fair. It's definitely not. I have been through... How can I put this? This is putting it mildly. I have been through extreme hell in my life. Many times over. From every issue underneath the sun. And I am still standing today. A better person than I was back then. I accepted accountability and responsibility for everything that I went through. I accepted accountability and responsibility for every decision I made. I accepted accountability and responsibility for every way that I treated people. And yes, back then I was a hurt person, so I did lash out a lot. But that was before I gained the knowledge that I have today. Hurt people, I know people get tired of hearing this, but hurt people do hurt people. They lash out because they're carrying pain inside themselves. I admit I used to be one of them. I totally admit that. And that is not an easy thing to do. And when I sat back and I looked about how I treated everyone around me, I lashed out at those that were closest to me. As a release to get rid of it, but that it was not the right way to go. God made me see these things. by showing me how I treated people in my past. Now I'm going to end this video here, and we will probably continue with a part 2 of accountability and responsibility. I hope you will watch part 2. Please like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, comment below, send your friends to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I hope you will come back and watch other videos, and I'll hope to see you again soon. Bye. You might just learn something. Bye.